So over the course of my time playing and modding Skyrim, I've run across many of mods that have changed the way that I have played the game. Today I am showcasing a mod that I know for a fact is going to be permanently within my mod list for years to come, and that is Phenderix Project Protheus. So what Project Protheus does is allows the user to make edits to their weapons, armor, spells, NPCs, and even their own player characters without using console commands or the creation kit. Now a lot of these things can be done through those methods, however if you don't have the knowledge to do so, they can be very difficult and it can cause issues within your game. That's why I am happy that this tool does exist, because it allows you to do so much more within your game, especially if you're one of those players that are big into role playing. With this tool, it is now easier to make your players and you can swap between them, have them as NPCs without going through the hassle of using console commands or swapping between save files. I am really excited to showcase this tool and I hope you guys are excited to use it. So once you have the mod installed, you should have a couple of new powers, each titled Protheus, so it's pretty easy to spot. We're going to be using the Protheus wheel primarily just because it's a little bit easier to switch between the options that we're going to be going through in this video. So once you use the Protheus wheel, you'll have the option to go to NPCs, weather, utilities, player, spells, armor, and weapons. We're only going to cover a few options as there is an extensive amount of things that you can do with this mod, and this video will be way too long if I try to explain every single one. However, I do urge you to go to the Nexus page and check out the mod author's videos, as he does give a detailed explanation of a lot of these options. For this particular video, we're going to be covering the player, spells, and weapons options. We may dive a little bit into armor and utility as well. Starting off from the main option that I will be using is the player tab. What this allows you to do is make adjustments to your saved character. These are usually done by console commands, but now it's a little bit easier because you have the options to see exactly what you would like to do. For example, if you wanted to change your character, you can use the console command show race menu. However, now it is more of a simple option. You can go ahead and do edits to your character as you wish. There are other options as well, going back to the Protheus wheel. One of the main features that I'm excited for is the ability to save and load in certain characters. So I'm going to save my character here. This is a red guard that I am building to be a rogue / thief. So I want to save this preset here. And it is important that you name the character something that you will remember, because this is how you're going to be able to load in the characters into other save games. And I'm going to explain that in a second as well. So I accept that. And on the upper left hand side, you can see that Rachel's stats are being saved into the Protheus system. This process usually takes between 15 to 30 seconds depending on your game, how much stuff needs to be saved. Therefore, you won't be sitting here for a while. You can't really make changes or adjustments or anything like that. You will be notified once the system is done on the upper left hand side. It will tell you that your character has been fully integrated into the Protheus system, and then you'll have full control of your character again. So why is this important? So once you have your character loaded in, what you can do is I have another character that I've saved just for this video. So if I go back to the player option, and there is an option called summon player character. So I have another character that I've built especially for this video. Her name is Olivia. Sorry, give me 1 second. Spaces do. So I'm going to save her in the slot, and you can save a couple of characters, including custom race characters. So yes, those who are going to ask, you can use the Uchiha clan mod and use that custom race as a character that you can save within the Protheus system. So I figured someone was going to ask about that, so I wanted to answer that question as early as I could. So there we go. As you can see, Olivia has been summoned in. Now she doesn't have her standard equipment just yet. In order to fix that, what you need to do is have Olivia become your follower. Give it a few seconds. And now you can see Olivia has all of her gear with her. Now there are other options that you can do as well. NPC. So you can also change the appearance of the NPC, so that way you don't have to go back to that character and change anything. You can also add skills and attributes. So for example, I can increase her destruction by +5. I can do that as many times as I want, or I can set a custom skill level. So for example, if I want her to be exceptional at destruction, I can put 50. And now her destruction is set at 50. You can also change things such as AI behavior, such as their aggression, their confidence level, and other features as well. You can also change the appearance of your character as well. What this will do is will take you to a cosmetic menu, Here you can change options such as body paint, scales, things like that. Pretty much a small scaled version of the character change menu. If you also have presets that are saved, you can also do presets for each character. And another feature that you can do is you can swap between players. So right now I have main control over Rachel. Say I want to play as Olivia. So what I need to do is be near the character. Select the option swap near nearby player character. What this does is you're saving all of your stats that you currently have. And what's going to happen is once I get control again, I will be playing as Olivia instead. So there we go. It does take a little bit because essentially you are switching between characters, so it has to load in the items and stats. But now, as you can see, I am playing as Olivia, and now Rachel is sitting in the chair. So again, a cool feature that you can do if you're a big role player, you can go ahead and switch between characters and handle different tasks, and it's all saved under one save file, so it's a all-in-one story. So if you're playing through the main quest with like a class of characters that you want to take with you and you want to switch between them for different things, this tool will allow you to do so a lot more seamlessly than switching between save files. As I mentioned before, there are other options such as spells and armor. Spells allow you to check and see what spells that you currently have in your hands. You can also edit the spells. So for example, this character only has a few spells. Like I said, I haven't really built her up just yet. So if I go to spell edit, I can choose which hand that I want to edit the spell. So I believe my right hand has sparks. As you can see, that's the title of the spell. So you can change the magnitude. You can change the duration, the area of effect, and other features as well. And after you're done, you can permanently save that spell. Should you edit the spell to be saved for only this specific character, or you can save it for all player characters. So if you have a list of characters such as maybe you're playing a group of clerics and you want to have one healing spell that all of the characters can save. You can do that with one healing spell, and then you can select all player characters, and then all the player characters that are saved within the Protheus system will be able to use that spell. For this particular case, we want to just save sparks for this character, and now we have a new duration of sparks. This also goes into weapons as well. So for example, I'm going to have the Taginata, and I'm probably butchered that name wrong, so I apologize. But anyway, what you can do with that is select your weapon, go to weapons, weapon edit, same deal here. It's going to be in my right hand. You can change things such as the base damage. So for example, say I don't like the base damage set at 8. So now I'm going to change that to 20. So as you see now, the base damage of that blade is at 20. You can also change the speed, increasing the swing speed of the weapon. There are other things such as gold value, so say you want to increase the value of the gold. So this is a bit of a cheat engine if you want to make it so. What you can also do is enchant the weapon. And so now if you want an easy enchantment, again, say you're playing as a group of characters that have a certain enchantment to them, such as either vampires or clerics or rogues, now you can add something that is shared between each one of the members. For this example, we're just going to have the absorb health. We can set a custom value. We do have a set range of values rank from rank 1 to rank 6. So just for this example, we're going to have rank 6. And now if we check out the weapon, we can see that it is over 43 points of health. And we can see that it has the health enchantment as well. Another option that is available is the ability to also change and enhance your armor stats as well. Same concept with what it was with weapons. You have to have the armor equipped. So here you can change a certain piece of armor. For example, we're going to go ahead and go with the Worn Traveler's armor. You can change the armor rating. Again, it's by percentage, or if you want to set it at a base rate. Same thing with the weight class. You can either set it as a light armor, heavy armor, or neither. This is actually very cool and useful because some heavy armors don't really look like heavy armors, and you may want to change the statistics of that. Or if you just want it as regular clothing for whatever reason, you can do that as well. You can also change the enhancements of each weapon as well. So we're going to enchant the same weapon, the same armor here. As you can see, We have a long list of what the enchantments are, and we have in parentheses what those enchantments are. So if you're not exactly sure, this is actually a very useful guide to help with that as well. So for this, we're going to go ahead and do Fortified Destruction. We can go ahead and pick a magical cost. We'll do 30%. And if we look at the armor now, we can see that destruction spells cost 43% less to cast, and this can be done with any armor. I believe you can also double up on enchantments. We'll go ahead and test that now. So if you go ahead and disenchant a weapon, I believe unless you have a perk for it, you cannot double enchant armors. That goes for weapons as well. But as you can see here, the tool is very useful, again, to start building your character. I believe this tool is not meant to be used during the mid-game unless you need to make drastic changes and edits. I believe this tool is mainly used to start up a campaign or start up a game of Skyrim and adjust it as you see fit and have options that wasn't available to you at the very beginning, such as spawning in with a list of characters to your design and creation, go ahead and picking a set of casts that you want to have an adventure with. And I think that's really cool. One final thing that you can do is you can also change NPCs. So for example, we're going to go ahead and try and edit this random NPC here. In order for this to work, you have to actually be facing the NPC, so it's a little hard to get used to. So what you do is NPC. We'll go ahead and change the appearance. Preset menu. And so just for shits and giggles, we have now changed that NPC, that random NPC, to look like Olivia. So again, if you have presets and certain characters that you want to change, you can definitely change to do so. Again, not something that you might want to use every day or like every play session, but it is pretty cool to have those tools available to you at the press of a key. So that was a quick showcase of the Protheus tool. There are a lot more things that you can do with this tool that I didn't showcase in this video, so that's why I urge you to go over to the mod author's page and go ahead and check out the videos that he made, as he goes a lot more in depth with some of the intricate features of the mod itself. I see myself using this in my mod list for years to come, as it allows me to now finer tune some of the characters that I create within Skyrim, and I can also have a band of certain characters that I want to do, say just in case I do a future playthrough of something, hint hint, wink wink. So again, definitely check out this mod, and if you do enjoy the mod, definitely endorse the mod over on the Nexus page. And if you enjoyed the showcase video, please go ahead and hit the like button and that subscribe button and bell notification icon, and let me know what's your favorite feature of the Protheus tool. It definitely does help the channel, algorithm, YouTube stuff, all that jazz. And definitely be sure to check out the playthrough that is going on my channel right now. I am currently covering as many Skyrim mod quests as possible. Right now, we are in the middle of Vigilant, which has been a blast to play through so far, so definitely check out the playlist for that. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys in the next Skyrim mods video. I do apologize that these take some time to make, but in order to provide the best quality that I can, I don't want to rush out these videos. So I'll see you guys in the next Skyrim mods video, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys in the Skyrim mods playthrough that I'm doing on the channel as well. Take care.